Hey guys, Sarah Berry CPA from Texarkana, Texas here, and I am here to talk to you guys about the advanced child tax credit payments that you have possibly received. So if you did not elect out of receiving the advanced child tax credit payments, it is very probable that you have been receiving these payments. They started going out in July, so July 15th, August 15th, and September 15th, you possibly received a payment. So the amount of the payments are, if you have a child aged 5 or younger, you would receive $300 per month per child. If they're 6 to age 17, it would be $250 per month per child. And I'm seeing a lot of confusion, a lot of questions coming from our clients about the dollar amount that they are receiving. So let's say that the mom elected out, and so the assumption is, well, the mom on a married filing joint tax return, husband and wife, the wife elected out of the advanced child tax credit payments. And the child was one child age 16. So I had this question today. One child age 16, the mom elected out, but I'm still receiving like $125 a month. So what's up with that? So the dad didn't elect out, so you're receiving the dad's portion of the advanced child tax credit payments. What's going on? So for that child, because they're 16, they're between the age of 6 and 17, you're supposed to be getting $250 a month, but the mom elected out, so you're only getting the dad's portion of $125 a month. So that's what's going on there. So if I was in that situation, I would go ahead and elect out of the dads as well. So the deadline to do that is Monday, October the 4th at 9 p.m. at night. I did another video walking you through doing my own electing out of the advanced child tax credit payments, and you can go back and watch that for step-by-step instructions. It is pretty in-depth just to tell the IRS to keep their money instead of sending it to you. So two things, if you have been receiving those payment amounts, we need to know exactly the amount that you have been receiving and when it was received. Also, I want you to keep in mind that some of these payments are coming in the mail in the form of a check. And so a question that we're getting is, well, I've got some checks in the mail and I meant to elect out, but I didn't elect out. Can I just shred this check and not cash it? So that's how I'm electing out. No, it doesn't work that way. So if you received a check in the mail, you need to go ahead and cash it, because the IRS, or deposit or whatever, because the IRS is going to assume that you have constructively received it. They mailed the check. So they are going to say that you received it, regardless of whether you actually cashed or deposited it. So my advice is, when you get that check, go ahead and cash it or deposit it. Probably need to hang on to it because you're probably going to owe it back to them. But don't shred it, don't throw it away, and assume that, well, I can say now I didn't receive it. So that's the first thing I want to point out. Well, one thing I want to point out. Second thing, I'm going to reiterate. Make for sure you keep up with the exact amounts that you receive every month, and you give that to us. Some of them are coming in the form of a check in the mail. Some of them are coming in the form of a direct deposit showing up in your bank account. And we have even seen some cases where the first 2 months will show up as a direct deposit going into the bank account, and then like the third month it showed up as a check coming in the mail. So I don't know the rhyme or reason here, but this is going to cause a lot of problems at the end of the year for you guys and for tax preparers, because what we're going to say is, we're going to go, hey, I need to know how much you received for your advanced child tax credit payments. And the typical response is going to be, oh yeah, those were direct deposited into my bank account. So logically, I think I can just go pull my bank statements and tell you how much I received. And when you pull them, you're going to see some months were direct deposited, and then some months you didn't see a direct deposit, so I must not have received those months. Well, you probably got a check in the mail and you cashed it. So it's very important that you keep up with the exact amounts that you received, and you tell us that. Ideally, I ask all of my clients to elect out of this back in June, so you wouldn't have received a single payment. I hope that's what you did. I hope that you let us know that. Otherwise, we're going to be doing reconciliations when we file your tax return to figure out how much you actually did receive, how much you should get credit for on your tax return. I want to quickly say this. We're seeing a lot of tax notices about these stimulus payments. And it's become a logistical nightmare for our clients and for us, because what happened is when we prepared your 2020 tax return, we asked you guys, how much did you get for the stimulus payment? And because there's not an IRS portal that you can really log on to look and see the exact amounts and when you got them. There was a few years ago, back when we had stimulus payments, I'd say 10 years ago or so. So what happens is clients will say, well, I think I got the first one, don't think I got the second one, or I don't think I got any at all. So we filed the tax return based upon whatever information we were given, and we are seeing a ton of notices coming out in the past month. And the IRS is saying, well, you took credit for a stimulus payment on your tax return, but you actually received that stimulus payment back in May of 2020 or in January of 2021. And so it causes questions, and then there'll be a notice come in the mail, you owe $1,200 back to the IRS because we took credit for $1,200 stimulus payments you told us you didn't get. Come to find out you actually did get it. So that is just a taste, a small taste of what is coming for the advanced child tax credits and the reconciliations we'll be doing at the end of the year. So if you haven't opted out, please do so. If you did not opt out and you've been receiving these payments, we need an exact list of every payment that you have received to try to make our job easier at the end of the year. And when our job's easier, then we're able to provide accurate tax returns and timely basis, and also keep our fees down and prevent IRS notices, because IRS notices, even if they're correct, they cause some high blood pressure. They really do. So it causes some panic among our clients, and a lot of responding and compliance issues for our firm too. Thanks, guys.